Are you ready to go?
We're going.
We're officially recording.
Hello, folks.
Wow, this is the earliest we've got in here.
This is great.
I'm grateful for that.
I'm grateful because, it's nice and sunny out. I love it.
I'm grateful we're 12 days away from spring.
Oh.
I'm grateful for a dry erase board.
Which one?
Okay, stop it. I'm grateful for everybody tuning in today to listen to this. I'm grateful for getting to episode 18 of Plantspiration Unplugged.
Yeah, we'll get to that. I'm grateful that I heard birds chirping this morning. That was amazing. And I'm grateful for you guys showing up. This is John and Stefanie Ignaffo. We're founders of Plantspiration. And welcome to Plantspiration Unplugged. We started this Plantspiration so we could help people go whole food plant-based, reverse their disease, feel amazing, help the animals and the planet. So thank you.
Love that. Like John said, people know us for losing 250 pounds as a family, reversing a slew of our own chronic diseases, including heart disease, autoimmune. And now people know us for reaching and teaching people all over the globe how to get healthy too. I want to remind everybody, don't forget to like, subscribe, share, and help us save more lives. I'm so grateful for everybody who's tuning into this. I'm grateful for all the feedback. And I'm so grateful for that Saturday support group because that's why we ran up here.
That was awesome. That was great.
Let's go. It's fire.
It is fire.
What are you thinking? Because you've got a big smile on your face.
I was just like going to take a drink and it's like, wait. We got
this.
1, 2, you got like 4 drinks. I have like a tea and a water.
Well, I always come prepared.
Yep. I slammed my smoothie and juice already because they're good.
The orange juice, people asked, what do you got in it? It's 2 pounds of carrots,
like lightning.
Couple oranges, a little bit of ginger, a little bit of apple goes in that.
It's amazing.
And then we've got the hypernutrient smoothie.
Yeah.
To talk about dopamine. This can go up and higher. Like
that's right.
That's how I feel when I'm on this.
That's what I mean. It's like lightning in a jar. The energy is amazing.
That's how we're doing it.
Right, Tommy? And everybody else. You got these smoothies and stuff, man. Oh, gosh.
Well, first of all, I love that we're making it to episode 18. It seems almost unbelievable. I want to tell you something, by the way.
Yeah, didn't you have stats about that?
That I always look up before we start.
See?
Maybe I'll just say, that's the micro-win. That's the dopamine that I use to get this kind of going. Hold on, I'll read it. Well, here's a dopamine hit. The podcast has reached on YouTube. That's the only number I know how to see. 27.7 thousand views.
Oh, wow.
27.7 thousand views. And our YouTube channel has gotten 323,000 views.
Wow.
Now, I know there's billions of people out there.
Yeah.
I know there's people with YouTubes with billions of views.
This is exciting, though.
I don't think about, I got to get that far.
Oh, no.
I just think look what we did. We've got one more follower.
Yeah.
Speaking of, why am I leaned over? Look at this.
I don't know. What's going on?
Well, because I guess I want to talk to you.
Turn. Yes.
I haven't seen you. Turn.
Hello. It's a swivel chair. Remember you bought? You're like, these are great.
This is a little bit better.
Hi, and welcome.
I just thought, is this one of the days that I didn't curl the back of my head?
Oh, no, it looks good.
I did. It looks okay. So
it looks really good on Spotify.
10,000.
No video there yet. No.
10,900 subscribed on YouTube.
Wow, that's pretty darn cool.
18 weeks ago, we had 2,200 people.
Wow.
I want to say thank you guys so much.
Yeah.
That means the world. So when people say, hey, what gets you motivated?
That.
I wake up and I'm like, oh my gosh, look what we've done. Look what we've done. And look what we've done to the people who are crushing it over here. Congratulations.
Yeah, seriously.
We just came in here to kind of talk about that.
Great meeting this morning, yeah.
It sets the tone for gratitude.
Yeah.
And self-autonomy was the topic is how I feel like this was about self-autonomy.
We've heard so many people come around and that's what all the goodness that they're just talking about is, that's what it is. You took it on yourself.
That's all we kept hearing about. People this morning were all about, I get distracted. My doctor says one thing, but I know that this is the right thing. What strips us from that? Well, right there.
Yeah.
My doctor said that this doesn't work or this you should be taking some medications. And I'm not telling anybody to not take that's not what I'm saying.
No.
What I want people to do is be self-autonomous, own your own actions, your own decisions, your own habits. We need this because nobody's going to do it for you. And in Saturday support group, what we just heard was a bunch of people basically saying, I realize nobody's going to do this for me. Everybody has all the books.
Everybody.
If you're listening, there's a 90% chance that you have more than 5 books. I just made that statistic
No,
up.
I love it though.
Well, because that's kind of the information I get.
Well, they got this doctor book and that book and that book and those recipes and all the different things, and that's fantastic.
How many times
We're not
do you
saying
hear
about don't look for information or learn the information,
Right.
but once you learn it, like, let's apply it.
That's
One more cookbook isn't going to help you get healthier.
that's where we're seeing the most changes. No one's going to do it for you. And people come in all the time and they're like, I need recipes. I need a menu. I need you to cook my meals for
I need
me.
all the stuff in your portal.
I need all the stuff there. And they're really surprised when things don't start off like that.
No.
There's a different approach.
Yeah, it's
Which
showing up.
is getting them to be self-autonomous.
Yeah.
Something we're stripped of is
That's
what,
right.
is what we
Yeah,
talked
well,
about this
I
morning.
didn't even really realize that because it was just like, you got to be self-autonomous. Nobody's going to go to the gym for you or, do this or do that for you. You kind of have to do that yourself. But then learning that it can be stripped from you or you're in a circumstance
Yeah,
that
I've said
it's hard to achieve.
that's what people are realizing.
Mm-hmm.
They have to make their own medical decisions. They have to make informed medical decisions. They have to, find the right resources and information. And there's just hearing that this morning about Oprah talking about
Oh, man.
was it Ozempic or one of those?
One of the GLP-1
I mean, just that the reach that she
medicines.
has and that she's out there using that platform to, have you read the side effects?
It's bad.
And that's things that the obstacles people in the group are facing. They see people, these people know. They know that's why they're doing this. They know that we have our own GLP-1 hormone. We eat enough of the right foods. We set it off.
Right.
For goodness
It
sakes.
works with excellent side effects, eating the plants to
We
set off
came-
your own GLP-1.
We came in here kind of hot because I'm just thinking of the person who's lost 25 pounds. And she talked about how by now she would have gained it back, then some, and that it's come off consistently. Oh, basically everybody's coming in here getting younger.
Yeah, really, totally.
They're getting healthier. They're
getting
losing weight,
healthier
they're keeping
and-
it
yeah.
off. We're a little pumped up from that, but
was
anyway,
awesome.
we're going to go over a little bit of more of that in today's episode. We're
Yeah.
going to be bringing in the Plantspiration Health Report, which I'm living for.
Yeah, that's
I'm
awesome.
living for it. I'm living for it.
I think it's great because now it surprises me when I open up the
Is it good?
thing, because
What
it
time should we do
calculates
it?
itself. So
Really?
yeah,
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
So since we finally had a minute in here, what a week. This was one of the first weeks that I really couldn't keep up.
you were like, yeah,
My week, I missed an email, which I haven't done in I don't know how long, that all of a sudden in the middle of the day, I'm like, oh my goodness, I forgot to send out a whole group email. That's a big deal.
yeah. Well,
That's a big deal. It was just, something threw us off, when your kids call, you're there.
yeah.
I'll drop,
That's right.
Mom, I'm not feeling so good.
Boom. Oh my God.
I had cancel my calls.
That video, that was hysterical. Just drop everything. Honey, are you okay?
It doesn't matter how old they are.
No, it
It's
doesn't.
like I get excited at the opportunity to be there to help.
I know.
That's what I get into. Like
I'm
be
grown now. You'll always be my kid. All right.
yeah. It was just a very busy week that I didn't even that podcast episode came out.
Oh yeah.
Did you get a chance to listen
I
to that?
did. I did.
Thank
listen to
you.
it. That was with the fit vegan.
Yeah,
that what it
Maxim.
Yeah,
Maxime.
nice
So
guy. Good
nice.
interview. You guys, yeah, he did good. Just really talking about
was
the,
that interview.
the goodness.
Where the cat was barfing in the background,
Yeah.
attacking me during the interview.
Yeah.
I was like, for goodness sakes. But did you notice? I just sent
I didn't watch it. I listened to it. while I was working.
Well, I know when I'm in the middle of an
But I
interview.
didn't hear any cat barfing.
Well, yeah, I was trying to talk over it really loud like
What?
this. Like, thanks. Yes, we've lost weight. We've eaten plants, and Elvis.
He's in the background, you know that. Oh boy, that's ridiculous.
So let me know when you finish it, by the way, and how it goes.
Yeah. That was funny.
What was it?
It was because he could see the cat as they're messing with you first.
He did
Right.
see it, right?
Yeah. But it's like, hey, we're all about the animals here. It's fine. You're good.
I can't look. I can't see it. I can't hear it. That's why we don't edit
Yeah,
anything
no,
over here.
you don't watch anything.
Well,
Yeah, like I mean, you're doing it. You're doing the work. So,
like, what do you mean by that?
well, I mean, I could see not, you're doing the work or whatever. Like you're pumping out videos and different things. Go back and sit there and watch them all. You just boom, keep going forward.
I cannot. I mean, I did the interview.
Yeah,
I said what I had to say.
that was awesome. It was a good interview. The story just
I don't want to hear my voice.
nobody
wants to hear their voice. I'm just like that. I don't want to hear it. So I got really good at just posting and ghosting. Like, here it is. Here's the, actually, I still have to share the video. I was so busy, I didn't even get to share this interview.
Oh, wow.
And I knew it was a good one. He was great. It was
it was good.
Like this, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
It was like pointing to my eyes and pointing to yours. Like,
Yeah.
I totally get it. His story is unbelievable. So we'll post that. We'll share that on my social media so everybody could get a listen. It's awesome, I'm sure.
Then he did another one yesterday. Was it yesterday?
I
You just interviewed
loved
another?
seeing Scott again.
Yeah.
Scott
Scott's great.
Fulton,
Yeah.
WellSpan. He said, can we do a little update? He was the first person
Very first one, right?
to interview me for a podcast, and that was like right when COVID started. He interviewed me for that, and
Yeah, like around almost 5 years ago.
it was like right when I started. I might have just become a Food for Life instructor. Yeah, it was just my first year.
Wow.
And what he does is he teaches basically longevity. He's a professor, teaches longevity. He talks about it. He's got a new book out, this Wealth Span. And I just got excited to have this interview with him because it's just a little bit different. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We're talking about kind of a little bit about this self-autonomy. He's teaching people that you can make these changes
Right.
and live longer. But he gets into money and financial stuff. But
Well,
just
you need that
awesome.
for longevity too.
So I was excited about all that. I mean, and then I even had one call where I was like, I can't do this right now.
Oh, I can't believe it.
I
Google
know.
called you. What a week you had back and forth again with it.
I've never done that where I'm just in the middle of something and I was just so like, there was so much going on. I just was like, I knew I scheduled this call.
Yeah, you had calls, and then you were like getting ready for the interview you had.
There was a
early in the
lot
week.
going on, and I just had in this moment. I just said I almost hung up my laptop. I was like, I'm just done. I was getting frustrated because I couldn't understand like where he was navigating, and we were clicking, and I knew I just wasn't in the right frame of mind. There was so
Right.
much going on, so I took a polite opportunity to just say,
Yeah.
I am really sorry. I'm going to need to reschedule this because I'm not in the headspace for this meeting
Yeah, you
right
couldn't
now.
focus.
I didn't want to waste
You got
his
an
time.
interview coming. Yeah, let's postpone.
So I didn't want to waste his time. I didn't want to be one of those pain in the butt people like, oh, I don't know what I'm doing. I want to be present for it. And I wasn't, stuff happens. We have those moments where it's just like, wow, it's not working.
Yeah,
but
you didn't try to muddle through it, and you were just right up front. Listen, let's reconvene.
I'm actually going to be reconvening today at 4 with him.
Oh, okay.
But it was a busy week. We did a class on fighting cancer. Really I've taught so many
Kicked its butt.
classes on fighting cancer, and I'm very involved with the Let's Beat Breast Cancer campaign. But what a refresher to just kind of take all the information and then kapow, bring it to people.
That's
every
right.
bite, we're either feeding or fighting disease.
Yeah.
Why aren't we talking enough about that? To be self-autonomous, to get people to be like, I know that I can make the decision to go into the grocery store now. I know that my doctor does not have all the latest information on nutrition.
Right.
My doctor was not taught how to reverse disease. Should I keep going about all the things people are learning over here?
Yeah.
Well, then I go through my grocery haul on Wednesday,
Tuesday.
Tuesday for the Wednesday night class.
Yeah.
And then you come in and you pull it all together on Wednesday night.
Oh, we have a great time. I love doing a class. It's just awesome.
What was a highlight?
I don't know.
Do you need a refresher?
Well, yeah. I mean, it was just a good class. It's always a good class. People kicking butt, making
Do you remember? It was
delicious
like a
food.
huge testimony.
Yeah. I'll let you. I mean, I remember.
Oh, you're right. We're doing it in the health report. That's a big one.
That's all right. You can do it now. That's what you heard about.
Shrinking tumors.
Mm-hmm.
My doctor has reported that my tumor's shrinking.
Yeah. That's awesome.
Now that's a commercial to dance around.
Yeah.
These designer drug commercials where people are jumping all over, dancing to music, pooping their pants. Stop it.
This
is worth dancing about.
Yeah, definitely. I could see us at Plantspiration dancing.
A1C's getting to normal, reversing pre-diabetes.
Just everybody doing great.
I can't wait.
Getting done with their glucose monitors and stuff.
What? Yeah. Last week was 1,414 pounds. This is why I'm so excited to get in here to talk a little bit more about what we're doing, why we're doing it. This is why we're here. I'm having fun doing this.
Yeah, for sure.
18 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think it's getting easier?
Yeah, it is. The more you do something, the easier it gets usually.
What way? What's easier? What do you think?
The more you do it, I'm more comfortable. I'm more chill,
You are definitely more comfortable.
We're just talking about whatever we're talking about.
What are we talking about?
Well, we were talking about all the podcasts in this crazy week.
It was
mine was just jam-packed with tooling, making different tools for new spring jobs.
New?
Yeah.
What do your springs even do?
A lot of them are in cars, like under the seat, or those weird curly ones under the hood where you open it up. It's like this curl spring.
The one where I'm trying to open it to get the hood open?
No, not that. I don't know if we do that spring, but the actual hood springs that lifts the hood up when you pop it up and go. Yeah. Those seating, a lot of seats. And wire form stuff that is like then welded or stitched or however it is together inside seats even. There's just a lot of different things we do.
I've seen the boxes of springs and it's like insane. There's boxes the size of this room.
Oh yeah,
with springs. Yeah. What's the biggest spring that you guys make?
I don't know.
Is there like a smallest spring?
We make little tiny little things that are just crazy.
Okay, so I've also seen you do
for everything. I don't know. And little weird bent. They call them wire forms, a little bent thing. It works as a spring, but it's not like a spring. Like, doesn't look like a spring. It's just a bent piece of metal.
Imagine if we didn't have springs in our life. Who invented springs? Do you guys go over that over there too, since it's a spring capital?
I just, no.
Well, it is.
It's awesome. I have a good time, though. I love building new tooling and stuff for whatever it's for. Well, here we got to bend this thing this way and around this radius. So I'll make a special tool with a radius and to match it, a little spinner thing that bends the metal around it. Or
I'm not really sure.
No, you'd have to see it. I'll put some videos up.
Yeah, I need a visual of it.
Yeah.
I can't, you're showing me, but I know springs are in everything. I know springs are everywhere. I was springing. I know that they're in that trampoline.
And it's almost springtime.
And
actually, those are bungee cords. So.
Oh, they're not springs?
No, it's the new age.
Okay.
Rebounders are like bungee cords, baby bungees.
Well, I guess that's.
And they're springy though.
They're springy. It's just amazing what you did. I remember a lot of. You've done more than springs, though. People are listening. They're like, this dude makes springs. You brought home the Jeep handle.
Oh, yeah. This is just where I've been working the past 5 years.
You've brought home instruments that you put in your body when they're doing surgery, and they move the organs around.
Yep.
I've seen you do some crazy stuff.
Yeah. It's fun. I love it. A lot of different tools. Yeah. Biopsy devices or bone marrow tools when they're going to get some bone marrow out of your hip, stuff like that.
Remember I called you? I was like, hey, I'm with Oma right now and she's getting a biopsy. I said,
it's one of those blue handles, isn't it?
It's in the basement. I said, there's all this medical equipment, but yeah, busy week.
It's fun. Yeah. Just cranking that out and working here in my shop, doing some work. Just got some orders for parts. That's great. How was your week?
I just said it was
Crazy.
It was crazy. I got distracted. We had the I'm just trying to catch up right now with emails and to do stuff, but I just keep you know what I'm getting so many messages from everybody about how great they're doing. So then it just gets me even more excited, and I just keep like that's just kind of how it goes for me.
Heck yeah.
I am just living on this adrenaline of look what's happening.
It's awesome.
Maybe we came in here too soon after the Saturday
maybe
support
we
group.
should just, I want to get an update. Maybe we'll just do the Plantspiration health
Let's
report.
do it right now. I can't even wait.
Yeah.
This health report was one of the greatest things we've done, actually. It's making me just want to get in here every week, because where else are you hearing all the 1,414 pounds last week? What are you doing?
I'm refreshing. I'm getting the latest numbers.
I can't believe how little that laptop looks.
Right.
That's the laptop. This is first it started on my phone, then it started on my laptop. Is it still bigger?
It's bigger than it was earlier, so that's cool.
And then this. Okay, let's just get to it.
Let's get it. Who's this week's Plantspiration health report sponsored by?
It's going to be sponsored by Myers. I mean, they packed my grocery cart with plant warfare, the same plants that I'm teaching people every week, either feed disease or fight disease. Most people don't even know where to begin to get healthy. Most people don't know where to begin. And we just heard about it all morning, that people are getting self-autonomous. They're learning that nobody's going to do it for them by all these amazing things we're learning here. And I know what this is leading up to.
Tell me.
The Plantspiration health report.
The
So
Plantspiration
John,
health report. Yeah.
drum roll, claps. What do we got going on this week?
It's awesome. Drum roll. Well, I mean, people are, and these are a bunch of different people this week. A lot of people, and then you can't see other people's things. You just go fill it out, and it's great. It's like I have so much more energy. I'm sleeping much better. I feel better, more energy. I'm eating more calories and not having to take as much insulin. Like, people are trying to wrap their heads around, eat your plants off.
I'm really, really proud and grateful of the classes. These Eat Your Plants Off classes have absolutely made a difference. There's no confusion is what we've done. There's no confusion. You know, everybody's coming here because almost everybody is already very fluent in plant-based nutrition. They've got, like you said, they've got the books, they've got the stuff. And this is exactly it. Like, what stops people? What strips them of that self-autonomy? And why is it happening over here? Well, because people are crushing it, because they're doing it together. This support is everything. The coaching throughout the week is very beneficial, is what the feedback has been.
Yeah, that's key.
This week was all about mindful eating, and it was hard for people to put their fork down, chew until they can't chew anymore, or turn the TV off, or take it in. But we've been talking about leveling up. Maybe we'll get into that.
And they're trying. They're working on it.
They are leveling
They're
up.
doing better. Yeah.
I gave good descriptions today.
That's right.
So let's hear the Plantspiration health report.
Less pain and less joint pain, insulin reduction.
Results typical.
Other people, I'm feeling lighter and have more energy.
Results
And
typical.
what was our weight we lost? What were we up to?
Last week we were at 1,414 pounds, and this week
we are at 1,451 pounds.
I'll take it. Holy cauliflower.
Right?
Holy
that awesome?
broccoli. Holy broccoli.
Woo. It's awesome.
People are, and it isn't just about the weight.
No.
It's about feeling better. It's about living longer. It's about building their self-confidence. It's about just, they have hope.
They're crushing it.
And even when
Good
people.
job.
Good job, too. Thank you.
I know, but you're really taking on the, doing all the coaching, and during the week, the support with the live coaching, the groups. It's just amazing.
I couldn't do any of this if it wasn't for you.
I'm telling you, we hear from everybody, though. There's nothing like this.
I couldn't do it without you. So thank you for supporting me while I am doing all these things. You know what I mean? That's super important.
This is awesome.
And I've been working with people for a long time. I'm learning what's working. We're bringing it in.
Exactly.
We're bringing it in. And you heard it this morning over and over. What do you hear?
The people are doing it. What do you mean? They're
They're
crushing
taking
it.
action. They go
They're
from
taking
this,
action.
they all say, I have all the books, I've read all the, I've watched all the videos, I've read all the stuff, and everybody gets a little stuck. Everybody gets a little stuck. We get stuck,
Definitely.
but how do you move forward from that kind of stuff? How do you build that self-autonomy? How do you own your own actions and make your own decisions? And people don't love when I say nobody's going to do it for you or I can't. And
But
I
that
don't ever
is
want it to come out not nice. Like I can't do this for you is not what I would ever say. My job is to
right.
help them build the healthy habits that get them there.
Right.
Willpower is separate. A lot of
Yeah.
people think this is willpower.
Yeah. There's something different between that.
This is building habits and repeating them.
That's right.
And that's how 1,456,
51.
51.
1451. Yeah.
That's amazing.
That is awesome.
Well, it's because a lot of people said they gamified it this week.
Yeah. Tell me about that. Tell me about gamifying. I love when we gamify things. Tell me about this Pac-Man thing you were talking about.
Well, I say to people, it's how I see things. Sometimes it's how I see things. If you're playing the video game, Pac-Man, right? And what is he doing?
He's like eating on the ball, all the dots.
And isn't that kind of like boosting his energy?
Oh yeah. That's
So
like his.
that is my dopamine.
Oh, okay.
Look at the
okay.
numbers. The
Yeah.
numbers are going up. That makes me want to move forward a little bit.
Sure.
And then there's those, is it ghosts?
Yeah.
That's negativity.
Yeah. Right.
And aren't you always running from the ghosts?
Yeah.
Who runs into the ghosts?
Well, only an accident.
That's like, to me, it's only on accident. Most people are running from the ghosts. So I see the ghosts as
Yeah. What's the ghost?
like media, negative people, negative comments, things that would halt me from doing my job. That
Like
would,
the billboards on the side road, a big burger on it, or come into our restaurant, or commercials with this
that's,
stuff that's unhealthy.
I guess the ghost could be unhealthy stuff too. Yes.
Yeah.
It could be, a lot of the misinformation. It could be,
The billboard says milk does a body good.
that's a definite ghost, like, kind of creeping up on you because so many people are seeing that and they believe that. I mean, look at what that marketing stunt did.
Yeah, it did a lot of damage.
It increased a lot of heart disease. I can tell you that much.
Yeah,
It increased
for
cancer. It increased bone
Loss.
loss. It probably caused more fractures. I mean, that's what the studies show.
Yeah, right.
So that's the ghost running around in our lives if we gamify it. The commercials on TV, ask your doctor. See, that's the kind of stuff that could take people out.
Yeah, definitely.
That's the stuff
Hey,
that could
doc,
take you
is
out.
this right for me? Well, yeah, hell yeah, it is. I got a payment coming up in my Beamer.
I want it. There it is. My
Sorry.
the negativity can be things that deplete your dopamine.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nobody's watching TV and boosting their dopamine or media or news or stuff like that. I'll just say that.
Yeah.
That's not pumping up dopamine. That's like
It's
the ghost
seriously-
coming after you. Like there's bad stuff going on. Here's the thing. I'm not trying to ignore what's going on.
No.
But
I know the ghost is there, but I'm not going to pay attention to
right,
it.
we can walk away from it. We can go ahead and level up and be happy. Being happy isn't going to make the things go away. It's the ghosts go away. It's just going to help you navigate through it.
Yeah.
So the ghosts are like the negativity. I tell people the more they eat those want.
Blueberries.
Yeah, then
Whatever.
those blueberries and stuff is like the big dopamines, like you hit a goal.
Yeah.
Or, there's micro wins are the little ones that build the dopamine. And then the big ones floating around exactly are like.
Then it's like you can eat that ghost up. You're not even worried about
Exactly. It's like you can just cruise right through everything. And I look at stuff like that. There is negative stuff coming all the day. I mean, I'm talking in a health wise, the negative stuff that holds people back. But, my brain can immediately flip over to the business aspect of my life. Negative stuff comes in there. I've been dealing with some of this paperwork stuff, but I just think about what the outcome of this is going to be when I get to the next level.
Yep.
It's all going to
That's
work
right.
out. We're going to get through that. Failure is not, that's feedback.
Yeah, right.
Just like playing a game, when you fail going down some of those aisles, I guess I would say it, I mean, just think about when we look at how many quarters we would put into the games.
Oh man,
We knew that we had to fail, though. We didn't like,
that's part of the game.
it's part of the game.
That's how you learned.
How to go up and higher when it comes to the levels. So I just try to explain to people, this isn't just about coming in here and saying, I need to, have this happen. It's like, we need to make some habits that are going to last forever so that we don't keep going through this, like we heard that people reverberate this morning.
Yeah.
Everybody wants a pill.
Oh,
They don't want the truth. And this is what works.
and seriously, it's just way off.
That was a long-winded.
All the stuff.
What do you got over there?
No. I'm just.
What do you got in
looking
your
at different
notes? Now
things.
you've got the notes.
I
came with none.
That's good. It works out great. It's great. I'm just looking at, flipping the switch. How to build it. How do you build it? How do you build self-autonomy?
How do you build it? The micro wins. You have to
do it.
Oh, there's a lot. There's a lot to that question. How do you build it? First, it's like you got to think about like how we got stripped of it.
Yeah.
I talked about that just a little bit right now. You go to the pediatrician and they say you have to drink calcium.
Yeah, you got to drink
get
milk for
to
your
get
calcium.
We should be giving them some proteins because they haven't really been taught.
Start them off with some scrambled eggs,
Yeah.
Please don't.
So right there, if we can think about that, if we can just have a talk about this, that is when you get stripped of self-autonomy. People are raised in environments where their choices are shaped by cultural norms. And that's just it right there.
Yeah.
You go to the doctor, you get told by an authority figure, this is how you should be eating. This is how you should be doing it. From a young age, we're conditioned to follow specific behaviors.
Wow. That is so
without
true.
questioning them.
Yeah.
So that's how we got stuck. We didn't question it when we were told, hey, give the kids dairy. Hey, give the kids meat. Here, this is how you should diet. Cut your calories. Do this. Eat more protein. Eat more protein.
We're never even really taught, hey, you should question where all this stuff's coming from.
Well, and then we've got a food industry, heavily marketing processed foods, unhealthy foods, making people believe that they have free choice while they actually they're limiting their awareness of healthier options. I mean, it's bombarding people.
Seriously, it's terrible. I mean, it's just too much to all this coming at you. How do you focus and really take control?
There it is. It's like it's getting stripped. Schools. Here's another way that we get stripped of self-autonomy. It's not like you're going into school and they're talking about, hey, here's proper nutrition. Protein comes from plants and dairy is a carcinogen and processed meats are a class 1 carcinogen. Let's think about that.
Wow.
These are known carcinogens, but you go to school, and here
it's in the lunchroom.
The meat and dairy industry is making sure that these subsidies are in place so that the school gets this stuff. They're not thinking about health. They're thinking about money. And this is how we get stripped of our self-autonomy. Well, if the schools are just, having us eat it, it must not be that bad.
Right. If the doctor's telling us to do it, the school's shoving it at us like this is how it's supposed to be.
This is how people learn to eat. This is how people learn to function. We go to school and we learn how to eat. And this is what they're teaching people. And doctors are still in school eating the same junk, doing the same stuff and learning the same information, which isn't about reversing disease.
And that needs to change.
It should. Well, it's been
definitely
around for a long time, like we said last time. But this is why lifestyle medicine is so important. Then there's misinformation.
Oh my God.
Look at the stuff going on in the internet. I just saw a commercial that fiber causes constipation. What?
Oh yeah, what in the hell was that?
What is happening? This is
It's ridiculous.
And somebody shared it. And then somebody else shared it.
And then it goes on and on.
I couldn't believe the views of misinformation is what I see over and over and over again. And I'll just say, I mean, social media is not the place that you should be getting information.
No.
At all.
No.
Copy, share, paste good stuff, stuff that evidence-based stuff, but there's a lot of stuff that people don't look into then.
Right.
You know what I mean? If you're here and plant-based, you know what we're talking about.
Yeah.
We're sharing the latest in evidence-based nutrition and real world testimonies of people reversing disease. It's
I mean, just the stuff you see posted sometimes on Facebook. It's like, are you really? I'm like, it can't be.
I post and ghost.
Yeah.
I look for the positive stuff. I got these
Yep.
negativity ghosts coming after me. I see this stuff. I don't stop and say to people, "Hey, did you know meat's a carcinogen?"
No.
That's not my job. My job is to say, if you want to learn about it when you're ready to be learning how to take care of yourself,
Right. Here's
undo the unhealthy
information.
habits that the school's been feeding you. And then this week, listen to that. We had watched somebody post that picture about what the snacks are at work.
I don't remember.
You were so busy, you probably didn't see in the group. In the group all week long, people are posting dopamine hits after dopamine hits. And you heard it this morning. Even though we're all eating the same, it's incredible to watch in the Plantspiration Facebook group the amount of normalcy going on for food. It is no contest for looks. It is no contest for who's better than anyone. It's about, this is what I'm eating. I'm accountable. I'm consistent.
Yeah, this is what I'm doing for me. Check it out, you guys.
That's that building self-autonomy when you see other people doing this, reversing disease, losing weight, feeling great. This is, oh, wow, look at the habits she's talking about. She's journaling. She's coming to the support group. She's learning about nutrition, building the self-autonomy up that we were stripped of by watching the garbage that goes into the TV and then out into the room. There's no coincidence that when we got healthy, that turning the TV off played a role in that.
Yeah, it brought it to another level.
Think about it. Why did I shut it off?
Because it was all BS.
The commercials for the food was the first reason I shut it off.
Yeah, like I just can't deal with this, all the food commercials.
Stop right there and think about how I built my self-autonomy up in that moment.
Well, you knew it was bad for you.
I was getting annoyed that somebody kept telling me I should have this.
Yeah.
And that this is a deal and we don't have time and you need this. That's the information I started thinking about. Like, look at what they're telling me to do. Why are you telling me to do this?
Why should I go buy your meal deal?
Why should I be listening to what you're saying? Why should you be listening to what we're saying? Because I'm going to tell you, don't just take our word for it, do the research. But then there are these things that strip us of our autonomy. Right. And that's a constant feed of misinformation going on.
It is. We're here just to share the information and also say, like you say, don't just take our word for it. Check it out. Look, search for it. Because it's there. I mean, we are just fed so much BS, not just in the food department. We really got to find out, where's this information come from? It's
really important. And that right there is how you build self-autonomy, when you really do, find the things that aren't funded by the wrong stuff. And that's nobody wants to hear that, especially doctors. I'm going to just say that. I'm just going to say it right now.
Yeah.
It's unfortunate that a lot of doctors will come back at me and say, I went to the greatest schools, I have the greatest degrees, I have all this, so I know everything.
I'm a doctor.
Well, I
know.
You just stripped somebody of self-autonomy.
Yeah. Like, you just diminished me to nothingness. What I'm thinking doesn't matter.
It doesn't to them. So, I just keep on going because I know with real life, I'm not keeping patients coming in over and over and over taking their money.
Exactly.
I'm not prescribing something that is...
that they're going to need for the rest of their life.
That's
except
the
for
opposite.
Food, plants, the proper food.
That's the opposite. But when you're told you can't reverse that can't be done, or it's...
Oh, once you're on this medicine, you're going to be on it forever.
We're talking about this every week. This is how people lose self-autonomy.
Stripping your power.
I didn't even know we were going to talk about this in here, but the whole group this morning was like, they just built their self-autonomy. That's why they're doing so good. There's so much real talk in there. It's not like we're delivering like, do this, do this, do this. It's how to build the habits to make this happen.
Exactly. And we're all coming together talking about it.
It's really eye-opening. it's really inspiring. It's really empowering to see people change their entire life of all ages, prevent disease, reverse disease, and get happy, lose weight, and then have to maneuver through, these types of things that do people get stuck. Most people are stuck when it comes to this because they've got so much information and they don't know where to go. And that's where this just will build it back up.
Exactly.
I want to help you. Here's what I want to say. I want to help you. We want to help you build it back up. That's what this is about. We want to help you build that back up no matter what it is. Let's build the tools that will change your life.
Definitely. It's not all about the food.
It is not all about the food.
But it is about flipping the switch.
Big time. You come in here, it's going to turn, and when people come in and they're feeling a little, I'll ask them like, I'll do a range, 1 to 10. I get a lot of feedback from people and it's important. Not everybody is a 10, but there's a lot of them. But you see, we've got such a mature group. It's grown. We've been doing this for a long time. So we've got this down. Yeah. So people who are not feeling good come in. They know, I know this is going to make me feel better.
Exactly.
I know. And every time I'm always like, how are you feeling now? How is this going for you? Wow. I feel really motivated to hear other people that are going through the same exact stuff.
Yeah. Now I'm a 10. Now I know I'm going in the right direction. I'm doing the right thing. It's awesome. When they feel that.
When you hear people talking about shrinking tumors, getting through the week, avoiding the snack bars at work that are nothing but a bunch of BS. Yep. That's not helping anybody get through the day.
Cookies, muffins, cakes, all the junk that's brought in.
This is about learning.
And I mean, I know people make stuff and do it from their heart, and they just want to come in and share, but it's just not healthy stuff.
It's powerful. It's not like just this static online course of a self-guided program. This is real action people are taking, and it's really inspiring. I don't know. It just keeps me so motivated. It keeps me so inspired. Look at what we've gotten all these people to do together and how it's grown and how it's just blowing up. I mean, we've got a lot of big stuff coming up over here, and
it's awesome.
Just going to keep coming.
I mean, just to hear it all the time, people are like, they really feel like they're living now. They're awesome. Well, I mean, definitely between the daily challenges, Saturday support, the classes, and community, the proof is in the pudding, and our pudding's made out of beans, baby.
There it is. It's a lifestyle medicine approach. And this is exactly what it's all about. It's not going to be a one and done. It's going to be a burn and learn.
Yeah, you need to do this. Like it's for you. That's the best part.
If you're not dopamined up by all the powerful stuff that's going on in here, then let me just tell you, that can go up and higher.
Definitely.
It's got to gamify it. You got to use those tools, and it doesn't just happen overnight. You got to keep going at it like the gym. You don't notice it right away.
Yeah.
But man, are we seeing some stuff.
I know. Speaking of the gym, I'm a little sore.
Oh,
I've hit it a little bit this week.
Same.
So.
Well, our birthday's coming up.
Yeah. Ooh.
Our birthday's coming up in a couple months, so I'm going to take this opportunity to gamify.
For the extra motivation of birthday coming up.
Yeah, I want to feel good. It's not about a scale for me. A lot of people ask me that. I don't get on a scale at all.
I'm not even talking about a scale. I don't even know when I've gotten on a scale last, actually.
I just feel better when we should be lifting weights. We should be getting on our bike.
Well, then it's like you're bulking up muscle. Muscle's heavier than fat. So if you're like, I'm going to the gym and I'm working out and I'm doing all this stuff and I'm not losing weight. Well, maybe you are losing fat, but you're gaining muscle. So the scale really isn't doing much. Look at how much weight people are losing week after week after week. It's happening. And if it isn't happening for you now, it's going to happen because that's what the outcome is here. Typical at Plantspiration. That's right. 1,451.
I can't tell you guys enough. Dopamine is coming in hot. Listen, I already forgot what I was going to say. I was so excited. This hour went by really quick. We're getting to the question part now.
Great.
That's the next thing we have. Questions. Yeah, let's hear it.
I just don't exactly know. I don't know where they're at.
We just want you to get pumped when you listen to this.
Oh, here they are.
We're pumped to come in here. We're pumped to get everybody eating more plants, breaking the myths, breaking the misinformation, and helping people get self-autonomous when it comes to, they're doing it.
Yeah. what keeps you going even when things get tough?
This was a little bit of a tough week. That's a question.
That is a question. What keeps you going when things get tough? Because things get tough for everybody. You're not, you things get tough for you too. This was a tough week, you said.
I learned to roll with the punches. Everything isn't going to be perfect. It is just a work in progress. Immediately when something doesn't go right, I really pay attention to the way I react to it. Like, what am I going to gain? What am I going to learn from this? And just, I'll be able to, I just think about the outcome of everybody doing so good. I don't know what else to say. I mean, I don't want to even give some BS answer. What keeps me going? This.
All the goodness. Seriously.
This.
Same for me.
There's a lot of yucky stuff going on. Everything isn't perfect. But this is how you build self-autonomy. Coming in here and get the dopamine, thinking about all the people texting and writing and coming in every week, losing more weight, learning from the people who are losing weight, learning from the people who are getting healthier, getting their blood pressure down, being more mindful. This is powerful to watch a bunch of people take control of their health, take control of their life. So I could talk about that for 3 hours straight.
That's what's awesome about it, because everybody coming in there, it's like, well, you're actually talking to the people that are losing the weight, that are doing better, that are doing breathing and gratitude and journaling and just sleeping
They're
better,
not
eating
alone.
better.
They're not alone, and it isn't a static, self-guided program. That's not what I
Right.
mean by self-autonomy.
No.
This is hands-on. This is how this works.
This
So,
is where you learn that, I think, really.
well, absolutely.
I mean, just everything about it is amazing.
Well,
You got to get
it's
into
them.
Plantspiration.
It matters. If you're sick of being sick, if you're sick of trying to do this alone, if you're struggling with reaching your goals because of limiting beliefs, misinformation, analysis paralysis, not really sure where to begin, not really sure how to start. A lot of people are going to call me up and go, okay, I'm ready for my first call with you.
Yeah.
I need a menu. I need to this. I cannot wait to show you how much better this is going to feel when you try this.
Yeah. You're not just getting, here's a bunch of paper, here, go home and figure it out.
It's not what you
Read
think.
through this and then,
Check it out. If
you'll
you're
be
sick
in
of being
for
sick.
a 6-week program or something for
you wanna give it a try.
$3,000. What?
Yeah, what? No.
It's ridiculous.
I want to help 1 million people for $100, not 100 people for $1 million. It's important people hear that too. I'm very passionate about what I do.
Yes. We
That dopamine
are
can go up
passionate here.
and higher.
Let me say,
Yeah, another question,
here
please.
you go. What's the biggest lesson you've learned about each other since going plant-based?
This is a great question. Do you want me to go first?
Yeah, certainly.
You need to think about it for a second, don't you?
Yeah, there's a lot of things.
Repeat the question.
What's the biggest lesson you've learned about each other since going plant-based?
People can change. People can change.
Yeah. Well, that's a good one.
Speaking of things that we hear and inherit unhealthy behaviors, I used to say all the time, because I heard people say it all the time, people don't change. People don't change. People are never going to change. Once of this, always of this. People can never change.
Yeah.
That was ingrained in my mind, and I believed that. You get stuck right there.
Yeah, definitely.
But we just hear constantly every day the change that's going on, which started with the things we did. And knowing how much that we've changed and learned how to listen better, learned how to communicate better.
Yeah.
I didn't even know we had it in us. People
yeah.
can change.
Yeah,
For the better.
Oh, most certainly. Well,
So
yeah.
anyway, for the better.
Definitely. I mean, I totally agree with that. I mean, the biggest lesson I've learned,
Everybody.
I mean, yeah, we're just doing this together. It was like, what was the biggest lesson? I think that, gosh, it's really a hard question for me, because it's like
Repeat the
everything
question.
is better. Like, what's the biggest lesson you've learned? The lesson is,
About me.
yeah, I know. I don't know. The biggest lesson is, I didn't know you're so damn smart, I think.
Oh,
You really went to another level when you
thank
started
you.
eating plants and really got that, brain functioning. Even like it's like wow, you just like went after what you're going after. Like I'm gonna start this business.
I
I'm gonna
can't talk
name
right
it
now because I'm holding back
Plantspiration.
tears.
I'm just
That
it's
means
just
so
awesome.
much, and I just want to tell you, if when we're talking about things that we learned, I learned the same about myself.
Yeah,
I
right.
learned the same, and same for you.
Yeah,
Look at what we're learning. Look at what we're learning and turning over here.
seriously.
We're learning to be better humans. We're learning to be more empathetic, more compassionate, more understanding,
Yeah,
because we've been there.
yeah, exactly.
Gosh, you're verklempt too.
Yeah, I had to
Thank
go. I
you.
went had to go through a
I
lot.
had to
Yeah.
shut my mouth a minute and let you think. I know I'm always like, so I let it breathe. Do we have time for one more?
I think so. I think yeah. Why not?
Go ahead. I like,
Hey,
actually, I
this is
like
our
this.
show. We can do whatever the hell we want.
We came in here so fast. We are like we said, we really tried. We don't edit. So we're just showing you how we're learning to get through this and being honest and transparent and hey, we're doing what we love and this is how we're doing it. So give us the questions,
Well,
John.
yeah,
Break it out.
definitely. Well, I'm just looking at something here. Uh, how do you deal with criticism or negativity from others about your lifestyle?
How do I deal with it all the time. So I
How do
love
you
this
deal
question.
with criticism or negativity from others about your lifestyle?
It doesn't bother me.
Right?
I get it because I used to be the same way. I used to think the same way, exactly from my stripped self-autonomy. I thought people couldn't change. I thought heart disease was a genetic disorder. I thought
And I thought it mattered what other people thought.
exactly. I would never be here today doing what I'm doing if I worried about everything I posted, what people thought of me.
That's all you used to worry about.
Yeah, well, maybe they think about me that way because of something that they learned that wasn't right.
Yeah, exactly.
They don't even know. People don't like me because I'm talking about plants. Well, if you don't like me for helping people learn how to reverse disease, I don't care.
It's not a me
I don't even want
problem.
to say I don't care because that's not how I would talk. Like that
No,
doesn't bother
right.
me is what I mean by
But
that.
it's not
I care.
it's not your problem.
Right. I care enough to say, oh, that sucks that you feel that way. Please keep watching. Please keep listening, and hopefully
Email me and we'll
yeah,
get you into class.
get to know me here. Get to know me before you judge me, I guess.
Yeah, really. Seriously,
So how
that's
do I
good.
deal with that? It depends. Sometimes I do feel a little bit like, oh, I want to, this doctor has no idea. So how can I kind of say like, hey, I get it, but I don't because I didn't go to medical school. But I like to just try to say, I understand, that information. My doctor was telling me this, but I found out, in this study or that they just shut it down. They're just like, what? They just,
Oh man.
so I've learned, I tried. I'm just going to look at what we've got going on over here. We're reversing disease left and right. It has not just been over the past 18 weeks. It's been over the past 10, 12 years.
Yeah, exactly.
My first person I helped reverse type 2 diabetes was in, I think like 2017.
I don't know, 15 or something. I mean,
It was in 2017, but there were people doing stuff before that.
Oh yeah.
Anyway, so it really doesn't bother me because
We helped a lot of people, even right in the beginning.
right away, people started eating more fruits and
In
vegetables.
2013, yeah, they were doing better and losing weight and everything. And then, you go back to eating how you do, and
It just happened, but it does. I don't let it bother me. In the beginning, I definitely didn't know how to handle it. This is all new to me. I didn't go to school to learn how to be a CEO
Well,
entrepreneur.
yeah.
Hey,
No
this
doubt.
is how you handle when people start talking on
When
your.
people start telling you, that's BS. You can't reverse this or that, and well,
You know what?
you had to get educated to.
I guess. I mean,
But
they
like I
don't have
say,
to believe it, but seeing is believing over here. So you might want to do a double take
right. That's right.
because these numbers don't lie.
No, proof's in the pudding.
Yeah. Next, throw another one
Next.
at me.
All right, one more.
I'm gonna let these guys rock out of here. Make it a good one. That's a lot. People just keep
What's
going.
the biggest myth about plant-based eating that people still believe?
That it's a diet, that it's healthy, and that you have to cut calories in order to lose weight.
Yeah, like you're not like you can't just survive
Hold
on
on,
plants.
I'm not going to stop. That it limits you from the foods that you eat. that it's unhealthy. I mean, the myths go on and on. Is that what the question was?
Yeah.
Say it again.
And what was the biggest myth about plant-based eating that people still believe?
That you need a recipe to make it happen.
Yeah. Yeah, right?
That you need a recipe to make it happen. So that's all I have to say about that. The myths are never ending. If you're still scrolling through the internet looking for a recipe, stop. Take a class. All the monies go right back into helping other people, saving
That's
more
right.
lives. Take a class and you're going to see really quick how to get motivated, how to break those myths. We are very fluent and knowledgeable in whole food plant-based nutrition and the extensive scientific evidence that
Yeah.
goes into it, and we bring it into our classes every week. So
Every week, every day too, to our community.
and we understand those myths because we believe them too.
Yeah.
But we know we were stripped of that self-autonomy.
That's
We
exactly.
got told by the doctors who were taught by the pharmaceutical industry, who we see on the TV and the news that is funded by more things. Nobody out there is going to tell you that you should eat whole food plant-based nutrition on TV to reverse disease. So we're going to do it right here and tell you, get on the plants,
Yep.
start learning how to do it right. And
And if you are on medicines, you do got to see your doctor and say, yeah, I'm doing this.
this is so powerful, by the
Yeah,
way,
like
like
you have to
warnings,
see your doctor.
warnings. We're teaching people how to do it. So making
Okay,
these
we're
behavior
kicking
changes
butt.
and actually getting healthy. So I guess that's a wrap.
Yeah, I think we're
I'm
good.
thinking about a wrap
Ooh,
too.
a wrap. Yeah.
a
Addie
little-
actually had one earlier. She didn't even know.
Put a little hummus on it, throw a little bit of spinach, a little bit of carrots, some cucumbers, whatever you like in there.
yeah.
And when you're eating like that, okay, you can eat all you want because
That's
your
right.
body's going to love you. You guys,
sure.
nothing but a bunch of dopamine that can go up and higher. Keep being the inspiration the world needs to see. Focus on your micro wins and the things that are going right. And really do some critical thinking about where you're getting your information from and how that is turning out for other people.
That's right. You crushed this week. Have a good one.
All right. We love you guys. See you next week for more crushing it.
Peace.